Hi, my name is Greg Chavez. I'm with the Vision Council. Today I'm with Joe Berlak, who's a subject matter expert on Industry 4.0. Unfortunately, Joe can't be here with us today in Temecula. However, we were able to spend some time with him during Vision Expo East 2017. Joe, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you for the opportunity and for the pleasure and honor to be with you here and speak about a topic Industry 4.0 will change the way how we will make business and productivity improvements in labs.
Tell me the history of Industry 4.0. I understand it began in Germany and it's quickly spreading to other countries.
Yes, we have to look a little bit back in time. The German economy is strongly based on value creation in the market of high differentiated products, not in the low-cost area. So we came up in the 2000s with the idea perhaps we can shift a little bit from manufacturing industry more to service and financial related industry. However, then the crisis came 2009. You remember it came over from US to also to Germany, and then we discovered that the real economy is still that what we are based on, the manufacturing industry. So after recovering the 2009 downfall in economy, the politicians and also the research came up with the question, how will the industry and the manufacturing will look like in the future in Germany? And we did a lot of research in that area, and we found out, and we described that with the topic or with the term Industry 4.0, that the IT, the digitalization will have a major impact and a major benefit on our manufacturing processes and strategies.
So we've been hearing more and more about the industry of things. Tell us about the industry of things for ophthalmics and what that means for our industry.
Yes, Greg. Your Vision Council did a very good job in the past in this certain field. The Internet of Things is that, let's say, all objects what we have on the shop floor, on the manufacturing area, that they can communicate with each other.
Sure.
So Visual Council started years ago of standardizing the communication standards for how machines can communicate with lab management systems, for example, with IT systems. And therefore you already started the process of IoT, Internet of Things. However, the communication standard is not so far. It's more today, let's say, related communication between the machines and the LMS system. With IoT, we are coming more up to real-time information, sent it by a machine, via web service, XML file, whatever, structured communication. And this changes a little bit the game, but you have perfectly made the basis for coming to this next approach, and the actual discussions within the Visual Council and the different work groups are going there, getting the standard more to the real-time communication.
So manufacturing execution systems, or MES, are regarded as the backbone of Industry 4.0. It acts as assistance systems for lab operators and managers. Can you explain that to us?
Yes. Manufacturing execution systems are somehow the backbone, because if you look at a normal lab, you have the lab management system on top and they have your machinery on the bottom. So the manufacturing execution systems are the level in between, the linking pins, and they track the data in real time, the schedule in real time, they carry out the production, they control the production, they close the loop between the LMS system on top or the ARP system on top, defining what to produce, and the manufacturing system takes into account where to produce it, when to produce it, and so on. So controlling also, come later on to the topic of smart factories and conveyor systems. So the manufacturing execution system is the IT system in between managing all these topics.
Interesting. So smart factories, is that just a dream for most labs, or is this something that is truly a realistic goal for laboratories?
In fact, we already have some smart factories, smart labs, and it's even emerging now. We see new labs coming up who really have the approach to do predictive maintenance, to control in real time the the production, to know in advance breakage rates and so on, to track everything. This is also aligned with the topic that we more and more see or believe that lenses will be a medical product in the future. So we have to do the track and tracing what a medical product has to do. So the manufacturing execution system is in between the backbone. The smart factories consist of the cyber-physical systems, so machinery, equipment getting more smart, and together with this Internet of Things, so the real-time communication with these different devices and the different equipment gives you the major possibilities to improve your productivity and to improve your transparency and to react in real time to topics occurring on the shop floor.
So as a result of smart sensors, labs, eye care professionals, how do we deal with this big data that we suddenly have in our hands?
Yes, this is also a very big topic because, as I mentioned before, if we have Internet of Things, everything is communicating with everything, and we have manufacturing execution systems who collect data from equipment, from jobs, from LMS, and so on. So we are gathering more and more data which we have to store, and storing data is not the clue. The clue is to analyze this data, to see some figures that you see in advance that you're getting problems, for example, because your tools are worn out, and so on. So the big challenge is to use this, to track this data, to store this data, and to analyze this data and learn and to improve your production out of this big data.
Interesting. So speaking of the future, how do you see the future of ophthalmic lens production?
We see that it's more and more becoming a mass customization product. And the Industry 4.0, the ways of getting smarter manufacturing, smarter solutions on the shop floor, combining them with manufacturing execution system for real-time data, real-time approaches. Because of this, let's say, small delivery dates and the uniqueness of lens production, it's an obvious fact that you have to have the appropriate tools for dealing with that challenges, and I believe that it has already started and it will emerge in the next years that we will see totally new solutions for these challenges.
Very interesting. Well, thank you so much for your time. We're sorry you can't be with us here today during COLA, but we really appreciate spending a little time with us here at Vision Expo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.